Hey, hi, hello there. It is Amy the Baker back for another video. I'm gonna make brownies out of Terry's chocolate oranges from Christmas. Actually, 2 Christmases. I already made this recipe once before, so I know that it works. It's just an old brownie recipe that I had from when I was still working pastry. I keep wanting to say Ferrero Rocher brownie, but it's Terry's chocolate orange. Because this is from my pastry chef days. This recipe is in, grams. This recipe is in grams. Bubba is down napping, his last nap of the day. Hopefully he doesn't wake up while I'm doing this, but we'll see. He's 4 months old, so it's a fussy time apparently. He's always been fussy though. I'm going to melt the butter and the chocolate together. It's 375 grams of butter and 300 grams of chocolate. I don't have a bag in my trash can. 2 Terry's chocolate oranges. And then I have another one here. I had 3, so I'm just gonna chop this one up and fold it into the brownie mix. Chocolate chunks. You know what's funny? Chocolate and orange go together, and chocolate and mint go together. Mint and orange do not go together. But if you use chocolate as like a little cooperation method, chocolate, mint, and orange as a trio actually is very good together, especially if you use like a natural mint. I said like a natural mint. It actually brings me to one of my first points about filler words when I was editing the last video. It's just so many buts, ands, so, likes, and I want to work on that, because I want my speaking to be concise and clear and not full of fillers. I say as I say. And I know sometimes when I speak, I use a lot of buts, ands, likes, filler words, especially if I'm tired. But for the most part, I think it's just because of the camera. So this time I'm actually filming with my back-facing camera, so I can't see myself. I'm hoping that helps, but now it just feels like I'm talking to myself. Well, it felt like I was talking to myself before as well. I don't know. We're learning together. It's also awkward because my brother's partner lives downstairs with us. I'm like, oh, what if he comes up here? Sees me making a video, because he doesn't know, I don't think. I don't know if I said I'm microwaving the chocolate and the butter at 30-second intervals. 540 grams of sugar. Beep, beep, beep. Is there an open one? There was an open one. I don't know if it's enough. I need 120 grams. Oop. Close enough. Salt. I don't know, like 5 grams. That was 3. Baking powder, 7 grams-ish. Close enough. I think this recipe has like, yeah, only 98 grams of flour, like a ridiculously low amount. I will say, having the camera facing towards me, it makes it harder to make eye contact with the camera, because at least when I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at myself. So, and you know, I know vanity is unbecoming of a woman, but I like looking at myself. Sue me. Okay, this should melt, and I'll use this to crack the eggs into. I guess that's a good segue into what I wanted to talk about today. 1 second. Last time I did this, I did it in 2 square pans, but we're gonna try it in a rectangle pan, because then there will be more middle brownie, and everybody knows the middle of the brownie is the best. I'm just gonna spray it and then put some parchment paper down to make it easier to take out. I am beautiful. I know that I'm beautiful, and I've wrestled with my insecurities since I was a kid. I've always been the weird kid, not the only weird kid. I've always been one of the weird kids. It made it so even though I wasn't that much below the popular girls in terms of looks, I was in terms of status, and it made me think that I was ugly for a long time. I'm simply not. Hello, where are you going?
The liquor store.
The liquor store. So awkward. At least I know he's gone now. Okay. Butter, chocolate, cocoa, AP, baking powder, sugar, eggs, salt, vanilla. Pan's ready. I highly recommend going through all of the ingredients before you start mixing things. The amount of times that I have started mixing a recipe only to discover I don't have what I need and either have to run to the store or just throw out this half-mixed bullshit. Okay, where was I? I'm gonna try to just get through it quickly like I would if I was talking to a friend. Do you want to be my friend? Phone / people on YouTube, but it's this weird disconnect because when you film, you have to edit and then upload, and then you don't know the reception or if there will even be views. Chill, Amy, chill. Long story short, I know that I'm beautiful. It took me a long time to really understand that I was beautiful because I have weird features. I have a long nose, the gap in my teeth, obviously, asymmetry in my face, which especially comes across on camera. So many beeps. My insecurities have sort of been amplified since I started doing this YouTube channel again. It's not only this YouTube channel. I mean, I just had a baby 4 months ago. I'm 25 pounds heavier than I was pre-pregnancy. So I'm just feeling like I'm not attractive. I know that I'm beautiful, not just because I can see myself, but because I experience pretty privilege out in the world. I see the way that people treat me when I'm dressed up versus when I'm not. Especially when I was living in the city, there was a bigger difference. Now that I'm in a small town, you know, I'm an attractive person when I'm out and about. Like, I can tell that people are looking at me, and not only because of the blue hair, because I haven't always had the blue hair, right? And it's hard because I'm having to hold the fact that I'm beautiful, and I know that, and I experience pretty privilege, and in the same breath, hold that I'm insecure, that I feel like my body will never be the same. I will never be as desirable as I was before I was pregnant. Before you have a kid, if you feel like you're overweight, you can just have an eating disorder. Like, I know that sounds awful, but I've wrestled with not full-on eating disorder. I would just categorize it as disordered eating. I'm breastfeeding now, and so I need to make sure my body is being nourished, and also that I'm getting the foods that I like. And then there's exercise, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. My partner works 5 days a week, and his hours are inconsistent, like his start times and things, because he's a cook. Break, 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 break. I always watch the yolks. Sometimes they take forever to break, particularly if you're mixing sugar and melted chocolate and then whatever else. It, like, I don't know, it makes the yolk have a protective barrier or something. That's good. Let me go over the recipe one more time.
Butter, chocolate, cocoa, AP, baking powder, sugar, eggs, salt.
Yes, 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 and yes. You can mix this by hand as well. Again, I'm just lazy. If you got the tools, use them, you know? Oh, the bubster is up. Oh, I feel bad, but I'm just gonna let him chill on his own while I finish mixing this. I'll be quick. That is good. I just need... He's like in the room going, testing out his cry. Tomorrow, I'm gonna attempt to make naan bread, which I haven't made since high school. So maybe I'll film that as well. I'm trying to upload once a week. Oh, that was another thing. My last video only got like 6 views. I think it's at 9 now. And I had uploaded it as a scheduled upload, but I don't know if something went wrong or if I'm just stupid. But I think it like uploaded but didn't show up in people's inboxes until the next day when I had it scheduled. But then by that time it's like buried, right, in whatever inbox. If you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. I'm talking about my relationship in it. Okay, I have my oven set at 350 because my oven runs a little bit cold, so really it's closer to 325, but it's only gonna affect how long it bakes, really, if you do it at 350 or 325. Just watch it. It'll be mostly done in the center with just a little bit of that delicious goo coming off. I know, honey, I'm coming. Let me get this in the oven. He had a little tear. Oh, burpee. I know he's fine because he's in like a safe sleep space, but it just felt so bad. I'm a bad mom. Do you think I'm a bad mom? Anyways, I don't know if my points were clear and concise at all. Essentially, my face isn't as nice on camera as it is in person. Because I do experience pretty privilege out in the wild, but on camera, the unevenness of my teeth is really prominent. The length of my nose is really prominent. My ugliness, the ugly sides of me is really prominent. And that's not to say I can't take a good picture, because I can take good pictures and I can have good angles for video as well, but I'm not concerned with it. The merit of my content isn't based around if I look good in it, in my opinion. What do you think, Bubba? I love you. I'll come back and do a taste test when those are ready, which might be tomorrow or later tonight. I don't know. He's got to go to bed in like an hour and a half or so. If you've watched this far, thank you. This is my bad side, by the way. This is my good side. This is my bad side. Subscribe if you aren't already. Like this video. All that stuff, please. Please, I don't want to go back to work. I'm debating going back and working at the fish and chip shop with my dad. It's the easiest option for me. And it's like, do I want to do the easiest option or do I want to do something that's going to make me more money? Not in this, because I highly doubt by summer I'll be making money off of this. We'll give it a year, hey? Anyways, I'll be back when they are ready. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you right now. Big yawn. Hello again. I was gonna film this part with him down on the ground, but of course, as soon as I go to start filming, he starts fussing. It is the next day. My brother came over after he went to bed, so I didn't have time to film this. Oh my goodness. I should have baked it maybe like 5 minutes longer. It's still fine. Delicious though. I have some coffee. These brownies are actually really good if you keep them in the fridge. This recipe, you can swap out basically any more high-end chocolate. I wouldn't do chocolate chips. I've tried it before. It doesn't turn out well because the chocolate is just not good quality. You want to sit on the table? And suddenly I am out of words. Forgot everything I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna film doing the naan bread, but my partner went to work later than he said he was going to, so I didn't have time. In conclusion, my face, not made for camera. If you can see, I look really weird, especially from this angle, and then this angle's better. Now I could just prop up my camera, my phone, to make it so I'm only filmed from the best angles, which is what most YouTubers do. I have to work with the equipment that I have, and right now I just have a little Gorilla Claw tripod. Whoa, gotta eat mommy's hand, eh? Delicious. And so the quality that it is the quality that it is. One of the best things that I've done to be less insecure is practice body neutrality. I don't always have to think I'm attractive or beautiful or think my body's nice. I just have to know that it's my body and it serves me and it's doing its purpose. And in turn, I have to take care of it. And sometimes taking care of my body means eating delicious treats. One day you'll get to eat mommy's treats. If you watched the whole video, thank you so much. I'll see you again next time, hopefully. This little bugger needs a diaper change, so we're gonna go. Oh, say goodbye. Unimpressed. Thanks for watching. Peace.